The day you stopped proving yourself. It was 9:46 p.m. New York City was alive, as always. Car horns echoed between tall buildings. Subway rumbles vibrated through the streets. Neon lights reflected off wet sidewalks. But inside a small apartment on the 11th floor, everything felt still. Heavy. Ethan Miller sat on the edge of his couch, phone glowing in his hand. Instagram. LinkedIn. WhatsApp. Scroll. 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 Everyone seemed ahead. Promotions. Engagements. New startups. Perfect lives. Ethan locked the screen and dropped the phone beside him. Not because he didn't care. Because it hurt too much. Ethan was 29 years old. Smart. Disciplined. The kind of person teachers believed in. The kind of employee managers depended on. People often said, "You're doing great for your age." And Ethan always smiled. But inside, a quiet thought followed. Then why do I still feel behind? From a young age, Ethan learned one rule. Be impressive. Get good grades. Win approval. Stay ahead. And when people noticed him, it felt good. For a moment. Then the fear returned. What if this isn't enough? What if they stop being impressed? Psychology calls this external validation addiction. When your self-worth depends on reactions instead of reality. This pattern started early. Ethan was 8 years old. Report card day. Straight A's. He placed the paper carefully on the dining table. His father looked at it, nodded, and said, "Good. Keep it up." No hug. No celebration. Just expectation. Ethan stood there, waiting. Nothing else came. And quietly, his brain wrote a rule. Love follows performance. So Ethan performed. School. College. Career. He chased excellence like survival depended on it. And maybe, it did. That night, sitting alone on the couch, Ethan whispered into the quiet room. Why do I feel like I'm always running? No answer came. But the question stayed. The next afternoon, Ethan met an old college friend for coffee. Same degree. Same starting point. But something felt different. His friend looked calm. Relaxed. Unrushed. After a pause, Ethan asked, "Don't you ever feel like you're falling behind?" His friend smiled gently and said, "I stopped racing people who aren't running my life." The words landed slowly. But deeply. That night, Ethan searched something he'd never admitted before. Why do I always feel the need to prove myself? Psychology answered clearly. When love or safety was once conditional, the mind never feels allowed to rest. Achievement becomes armor. Ethan realized something uncomfortable. He wasn't ambitious. He was afraid. Afraid that without success, he wouldn't matter. The following week, a moment came. At work, a new responsibility opened up. Extra hours. Extra pressure. Old Ethan would have jumped instantly. This time, he paused. He asked himself, "Do I want this? Or do I want to feel worthy?" The answer surprised him. For the first time, Ethan said, "I'll pass." No explanation. No apology. His heart raced. His chest felt tight. The voice inside panicked. "They'll think less of you. You're wasting potential." But something else appeared too. Relief. Nothing bad happened. No rejection. No judgment. Life continued. And that confused Ethan more than fear ever had. Over the next few weeks, Ethan noticed changes. He stopped posting achievements. Stopped comparing timelines. Stopped explaining his choices. The voice inside his head grew quieter. Not gone. Just weaker. Because psychology works on evidence. And Ethan was finally giving his brain new proof. One night, standing in front of his bathroom mirror, Ethan looked at himself. Same face. Same tired eyes. But a softer expression. He said out loud, "I don't need to earn my right to exist." The words felt heavy. But freeing. Ethan didn't lose motivation. He lost fear. He still worked hard. But now, from choice, not pressure. And he learned a truth psychology rarely says directly. You don't need to prove your worth. You need to stop questioning it. Maybe this story isn't just about Ethan. Maybe it's about you. The pressure to keep up. The fear of slowing down. The exhaustion of always trying to be enough. If so, maybe today isn't about achieving more. Maybe it's about resting without guilt. Breathing without comparison. And finally realizing. You were never behind. You were just running a race you never chose.